That came up quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess everyone's trying to go home, huh?
Well, happens.
Yeah, so let's get these in right before last time we were.
Get them in. There you go.
Thank you. All right, mic check.
Hold on a sec. Wasn't plugged in. All right, mic check.
Mic check.
Cool. Good to go. Yeah. So last session of the day.
Okay.
Fatigue is something to watch out for.
Yeah.
It's very real.
Right. It's been a long day. I've been up pretty early this morning.
Yeah, it's a long day. You're in the sun all day.
Yeah.
You know, you're thrashing a car around. You've been thrashing around a little bit. So just keep mind of that. If you get, just if you feel it set in,
yeah,
let me know.
Okay.
Slow down. I may ask you about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, really, I think just a continuation of the last session. So you felt the car go fast.
Yes. Yeah.
And you get the idea of that. Okay, that was a short grid. Okay, that's fine. I'm ready to go. So, just continue to kind of keep an eye on your marks.
Okay.
Smoothness. I want to continue your steering smoothness.
Okay. Just the throttle.
I want to hear the throttle. I don't want to hear like as much crazy ETC farting out of it. And I know it does that on the tongue. Like a little more smoothness on the brakes.
Okay.
So think about kind of an initial bite, not slamming it.
Right.
An initial bite, and then if you need more, kind of progressive. Good. Good. Roll on some throttle here. Actually roll a little more on low. Okay. Apply some throttle. A little bit more. Good. You can use a little more throttle coming out of that.
Okay, don't mash it. Right. Yep.
Yep. That's your kind of progressive throttle. Now we got the brakes good hot. do that one more.
Okay. Don't get so far to the right, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Push it, it was like I was thrashing and then it just pushed out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be nice to the car. So, yep, do this as you would, get up to a comfortable speed. Yep. We'll kind of put the coast up on the road.
Okay.
Start to get some good feeling back, we can go back up to kind of where we're at.
That's good. So what were you saying on this one? So just lift or you want some?
So I would say lift, push the brake, and I think yours has enough speed that lifting a little more braking kind of stabilizing the car a bit.
Got it.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But that one didn't bite as much as I was used to in the earlier
I
laps.
can tell you. Okay. Let's style it down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done. We're not setting any lap records out here, so.
Turn in. Look at the turn. Add some throttle here. Use the low track.
was fun. Good way to end the day.
It was a good solid ending session.
Yeah, you think there was just gradual or continual improvements each session we went out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's again a little bit trickier because you really only had 2 full sessions at full power.
Yeah, it helped me learn the line. I will say it kind of felt like a blessing in disguise because it got me a little more comfortable with the course, where I did feel like in that 3rd or 4th session I could start pushing it.
So yeah, there was definitely good benefit to it there. That's always how you have to look at it. Like, it's annoying and it sucks that you got kind of robbed of that, but you did at least get good time out there and get to learn the line, work on that sort of stuff.
Thank goodness Zach was there, because I would have never figured that out.
Yeah, he came through for you.
There's no way I would have figured that out.
So you go ahead, park in your spot.
Okay, I was like,
kind of debrief.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. No, you were definitely picking up. Like, you got a couple of them down pretty well. Like 6, you had a pretty good grasp for. What I noticed at the end was as you were getting faster, you were starting to overbrake more.
Yes, yeah.
And that is normal. You know, again, nothing surprising there. It's just sort of like, oh shit, I'm going faster. I got to slow down more.
A little safety first.
And so I think two things. Number one is a better set of pads for this car will go a long way, so you don't. If you lose confidence in the brakes, it's killer.
Yeah, it's kind of a heavy pig, to be honest with you. Like,
you might want to back up a little bit, just away from the porta potty,
Gotcha.
or the. Yeah, these are heavy cars. I mean, there's no doubt about it, and that's just the way Beamers are now. Like, you know, that G20 over there weighs way more than this. So yeah, some better pads, and getting some more confidence in the brakes, I think will go a long way.
Okay.
And then like the smoothness, I think was a little bit better on that one. I did see improvement on that. And then it's funny because then you were kind of using it to brake more. So like what I kind of would get at, and I think if the brakes had cooperated, I would want to do a little more of this, was use your same braking intensity, but see if you can move it forward a little bit. You know, so rather than you know, like the 3, maybe like the 2.5, and that one 4 was pretty good. So like 4, when you slow down that much too, that's another turn you can turn into pretty early.
Yeah, well, that's the one coming after the straightaway.
That's the first one after. Sorry, I should be better.
No,
the first one after the really long one, right?
Yeah, that was freaky just because you're like, all right, I'm going really fast. I want to give myself enough time.
It's a lot of speed, but remember with that one, you have uphill. It's going uphill.
Oh, okay.
So that helps your brakes a lot.
Okay.
So you have more stopping power than you initially think, despite the speed, because of that.
Yep.
And then you can turn in a little bit more, and then you've got a nice bit of track out. But then what you had to remember is we got a lot of speed. You got to get back over to 5.
To 5.
You don't. What you were doing there too. You were getting all the way over to the right.
Yes, I was.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So like getting like 66, 75% of the way over is probably plenty.
So the key is, because going into 4, you want good corner and exit speed, and then that's just going to set you up in the middle of it. So then you kind of
and then like a lot of like the faster.
But you're just trying to carry the speed through those series of turns.
Yeah, and with a heavier car, they guess work. Like a lot of the race cars, like Porsches, they don't even get over. They just really just kind of try to cut it, or they get over like a quarter of the way.
Yeah. You mean on that left side onto
like almost all the way. So
we're
we're not. This is not the right car for that. We're not there.
Right.
But yeah, like that's kind of a big piece. I can hear them cooling down. That's funny. But yeah, it's just kind of stringing that together. And I've seen kind of that same tendency in 6. You're starting to brake a little too hard too early. So I think the intensity is good, and like
6 had me, when we were starting to go through that, I was just worried about the brake fade, so I wanted to get early.
And that's what I was saying. Like the brake fade, it's a confidence killer.
Yeah.
And like I've driven cars like that where it sucks, and then you tend. It's right. It's self-preservation of you in the car, which is a good thing, but it's not great for your line, right? And your time and getting through. So, I mean,
because we kind of did that cool down lap, and then we were doing that, and then that downhill, and I was going, and I'm like, okay, I went to go further, and then the brake just went. It got soft at the end. I was like, all right.
No, great. So great awareness. Thank you for calling it out. I'm not trying to push through it because it's only going to get worse.
Oh,